Hello and welcome to PGTV News. Here are our top stories. Polk County ranchers are losing cattle. Find out how and what has been done to address the problem.
The city of Lakeland has a new commissioner. Find out who she is and what her goals are for the city.
Hello and welcome to PGTV News. I'm Stephen Barnes.
And I am Tina Mann. Polk County ranchers have reported several cattle deaths within the past 2 months, and the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services issued a recall on Producer's Pride 20% all-natural cattle cubes that were sold by the Tractor Supply Company in 39 stores across Florida and 1 location in southern Georgia. Jim Hanley, CEO of the Florida Cattlemen's Association in Kissimmee, said state officials told him there were a total of 16 cattle deaths attributed to the suspected feed, and there is still an investigation ongoing. The recall was issued Friday, and it affects about 1,500 bags with a lot number 8DEC22MUL2. The cattle feed was manufactured at the Purina Animal Nutrition Plant, which is in Mulberry. Ranchers with feed-related complaints or concerns can contact the State Agricultural Department's Bureau of Inspection and Incident Response at 850-617-7996.
Wow, that's gotta take that stuff seriously.
You really do. I mean, it's sad. They're such gentle animals. I know I have a bunch behind my house, and I just love watching them.
Well, and that's those farmers' livelihoods too, so important to take care of it. Lakeland has a new commissioner. Sarah Roberts McCarley has won the Lakeland's Southwest District Commission seat in a special election. Mrs. McCarley needed at least 50% of the vote to win outright. She pulled in 74%. Mrs. McCarley said, "Everyone's very excited, and I'm humbled by the turnout and the support of so many people." Mrs. McCarley's term as commissioner will begin on January 22nd. Mrs. McCarley will replace Michael Dunn, who resigned soon after he was indicted on a second-degree murder charge. One of the first things on Mrs. McCarley's agenda is to look at Lakeland's long-term comprehensive planning documents to determine whether the city needs to put more effort to achieve its goals. Sarah knows a little bit about long-term planning, doesn't she?
She absolutely does. I remember when she was doing some great things with Polk Vision. So.
Absolutely. Many years there doing a wonderful job. She'll be a great commissioner.
She definitely will. Can you envision a better downtown? Last year, Lakeland City Commissioners tasked the Community and Economic Development Department with coming up with a new vision for downtown Lakeland. The theme, Envisioning a Better Downtown, was selected, and it will include a presentation combining geographic data with professional architects' renderings. This initiative will conceptualize what city leaders today want for the Lakeland of tomorrow. Community and Economic Development Director Nicole Travis said, "We were really looking at putting something on paper that will get people excited, and that fits within our zoning regulations."
I had a chance to see some of the visualizations, some of the drawings and things like that for the new downtown, and it is very exciting to see what they have planned and what the possibilities are.
Definitely,
there.
It's creating a lot of buzz online. So
a lot of opportunity down there by Lake Mirror. Well, former Polk County Commissioner and current state representative Melanie Bell has filed legislation to create a Florida State Beekeepers Association license plate. Proceeds from the sales of the tag would fund research within the Florida Beekeepers Association and help raise awareness of the importance of beekeeping to Florida's agriculture. Representative Bell said, "Florida is one of the few states with fresh vegetables during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Without bees to pollinate and cross-pollinate our crops, they won't exist." Furthermore, Representative Bell said, "Not everyone is aware of the problems depleting our bee population and how serious it will be if not prevented." Representative Bell is in her first term as representative for House District 56, which includes the southern part of Polk County along with DeSoto and Hardy counties.
I've had a chance to watch bee documentaries before, and you really don't understand the widespread implications if it's wiped out. I mean, crops and food as we know it will cease to exist. So
yeah, as consumers, we just kind of think of bees produce honey and that's what they're for, but they serve a much, much larger purpose.
Absolutely. Well, Polk County Fire Rescue will be offering free safety classes to the public. These training classes will be held at the headquarters building in Bartow and take place on 3 different dates. The first class is Stop the Bleeding training. It will be held on January 22nd from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The second class will cover the proper use of a fire extinguisher and will be held on February 19th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The third class, which is hands-only CPR training, is set for March 26th from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Polk County's Fire Rescue Public Information Officer Chris Junkier spoke with Rosa Lalonde about why these classes are important for Polk County residents.
Thanks, guys. Today we're here with Rosa Lalonde of Polk County Fire Rescue's Public Education Department, and we're going to discuss the importance of some of these classes that you guys are going to be offering. What's the importance, why people should take these classes?
Well, there's several good reasons, but especially for each of our classes, but just talking about, for instance, the fire extinguisher class. The worst time to learn to use a fire extinguisher is during a fire. Obviously the print's really small and that's not the time to read the instructions. So this class gives you an opportunity to do it in a controlled atmosphere with professionals there to teach and assist you and give you the chance to at least learn and be comfortable before the emergency comes.
Okay, so that's the fire extinguisher class. What about the check, call, and compress?
Check, call, compress is a hands-only CPR class. We all know that minutes matter, seconds count. So the quicker someone can start compressions, the better chance this person has for survival. So we need to teach people how to do these compressions. It's hands only, there's no breathing involved. A lot of people are more comfortable with that, so it's an opportunity to learn how to save a life.
And I think you have one more class also, it's called Stop the Bleed, if I'm not correct.
Yes, it's a newer class that we're doing, and we're really starting to see a lot of information about it nationwide. Unfortunately, in this time and day and age, there's incidents, there's bleeding. We've got to stop that bleeding long before EMS can arrive to make the difference in saving that life. So it simply teaches on how to control bleeding with direct pressure and with commercial tourniquets.
And just a reminder, all these classes are offered free here at the Polk County Fire Rescue Training Headquarters. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Chris and Rosa. Well, Academy Prep of Lakeland is a new tuition-free private middle school scheduled to open this summer. Students qualify if they also qualify for free or reduced lunch. Academy Prep is located in the old Lakeland Volunteers and Medicine Building at the corner of Lakeland Hills and Memorial Boulevards. Annual tuition is paid through private scholarships and a Step Up for Students scholarship created by the Florida legislature to allow low-income children to attend a private school or public school outside of their district. We spoke to a couple parents on how they learned about the opportunity Academy Prep was offering.
Well, I first was passing by the area and I seen the signs on the fence, and also they were come around to the Martin Luther King parade, and I heard about it, a little bit more about it. So I'm very excited about the school, what the school have to offer and what it's going to do for my daughter. Very proud to have my daughter attend this school.
I heard about this opportunity on Facebook, and from Miss Nita. She posted on there on a yard sale site looking for students to attend for 5th and 6th grade. When I first seen it, I was skeptic about it. Then I got a hold of her and she told me about the programs that they had and what the fee was and everything else, and that got me super excited to bring my daughter.
Academy Prep is different from a traditional public school. Students are in class from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. and can stay for an optional study hall until 6 p.m. Uniforms are required and boys and girls attend separate classes, all to reduce distractions. We spoke with the head of the school to learn more.
Hi, my name is Lincoln Tamayo, the head of school of the Academy Prep Center of Tampa, soon to become the head of school of the Academy Prep Center of Lakeland, and I'm also head of operations for the entire Academy Prep organization. We had our first campus open in the south side of St. Petersburg in 1997, and we opened our Tampa campus in 2003. And we are opening here in Lakeland in June of this summer of 2019. We are a private school. We will only accept students who qualify for the federal free and reduced meals program. So these are students coming from families from within 50% of the federal poverty line and less than that. We will only admit those students, and then we offer them a private college prep program free of tuition. Every penny of every child's expense at Academy Prep is paid for through individuals, corporations, and foundations, the angels in our society that support the education of our children.
Well, Tina, you're a mom. That's probably something like that would be pretty nice to have them from 7:30 to 5 with
and
the option
possibly
to extend to
6.
6.
Yeah, I
makes it
mean,
easier.
there have been times, especially when they were younger, that it would have been a lot easier to have that kind of schedule.
Yep.
Scientists from Ocean Optics Incorporated recently hosted a workshop at Florida Polytechnic University for students, faculty, and staff. Ocean Optics is a leading manufacturer of fiber optics-based modular spectrometers based in Largo, Florida. The goal of the visit was to share applied spectral knowledge with Florida Poly students and faculty and introduce them to the power of spectroscopy, which is the branch of science that investigates and measures the interaction between matter and electromagnetic radiation. We spoke with Assistant Professor of Physics, Dr. Sesha Srinivasan, to learn more about the partnership between Florida Polytechnic and Ocean Optics.
The company to whom we collaborate for many years, Ocean Optics. The Ocean Optics, when I was working for my PhD as well as my postdoctoral positions, I used to work with this company. This company, which is located in Florida and then serve for Florida and entire nation, they make modular spectrometers. The last time when we had Ocean Optics on our campus, that after attending that, one of our students got into internship in that company. He was put into work for the high-end tool like micro Raman spectrometer. So he was exposed to some of the new devices. They work on the novel sensor-based and then spectroscopic techniques he learned that he implemented back at home after he come back from his internship.
Fiber optics-based modular spectroscopy, spectrometers. I can't even say it. Nonetheless, know what it is. Man, that's some crazy stuff.
It's impressive. They are doing some crazy stuff at Florida Polytech.
I'll tell you. Science. Recently, a geometric mural at the intersection of East Main Street and North Ingram Avenue was given a makeover. The original artwork was sponsored by Lakeland's Community Redevelopment Agency, or CRA, and Boring Business Solutions. In 2017, children and adults from the Rochelle School of the Arts and Harrison School for the Arts designed the mural. However, Angelo Rayo, manager of traffic operations and parking services for the city of Lakeland, said that it didn't take long before automobile tire tracking and traffic made the original colors look lackluster. Volunteers repainted the patterns and added a clear coat of ultraviolet protective spray and a higher quality of surface paint to keep the colors from quickly fading. That's cool.
Yep, it's a really neat mural and it really adds a pop of color.
Yeah,
And
make it pop.
hopefully what they use this time will keep it a little,
Yes.
little more longevity.
It's now time for sports with Seal the Deal Coach Neil.
Hey, thanks guys. I want to remind everyone to check the PGTV listings for weekly airings of Sports Central. When you tune in, you'll see a full hour of featured guests, athlete spotlights, and so much more. You can also tune into the radio version of Sports Central on Talk 96.7 or Talk 1430 WLKF every Tuesday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. and every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Now let's get to your Polk County sports news. Well, the Detroit Tigers will be returning to Lakeland for their 83rd spring training in Lakeland. Of course, that takes place at Publix Field at Joker Marchand Stadium. Tickets for all games are available now at the box office, online, or over the phone. On February 22nd, the Tigers will host an exhibition game against the defending national champion Southeastern University Fire. That game will start at 1:05 p.m. Tickets for the game went on sale January 12th, so go ahead and get those tickets today. The Tigers will be kicking off their regular spring training schedule against the Philadelphia Phillies on February 24th at home there at Publix Field at Joker Marchand Stadium at 1:05 p.m. As always, go to visitcentralflorida.org for more information on events going on in Polk County. Back to you guys.
Hey, thanks for the sports report, Neil, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Remember to tune in again next week for another installment of PGTV News. We'll see you next time.